Welcome back, everybody. Welcome back to the canyon. Welcome back to a view. It could be quick. It could be dumb. It could be junk. I don't know what it is. Somewhat recently, we did a test of Traction Hobby KLRs. They even said OT6 on the sidewall. And they were mentioned as being 3-inch. So the lovely and kind gentleman who sent them in sent in a set of 3-inch beadlocks. 3-inch beadlocks of, like, now you've bought beadlocks before, right? Do they typically come in a fake leatherette case? And then you take the one's already mounted, and there it is down in there like that. So they were 3-inch wheels, and these are 3-inch beadlocks. But when they say 3-inch, they mean 3-inch from there to there. And those particular tires were 3 inches from the inner edge of the bead to the end. So these just fell straight through. Those tires were designed to be glued onto buggy wheels, 3-inch buggy wheels, which are 3 inches from flat to flat. But never worry, never fret. Needs a face. The same gentleman somehow successfully located the wheels, the tires that match the wheels. And there they are. Some real low profile stuff. D1RC, D1 Racing, Black Widows. The D1RC Black Widow. They look like something. I'm trying to figure out exactly what they look like. He also located the foams. Tires don't come with foams. The foams come separately. This is a rock. This is definitely a RC 4-wheel drive level sofa cushion. They're just very thin. And I think why that is this is probably for something that moves at a modest level of speed, not for rock crawling. So we're not mounting on these. They're also, I tried mounting one up on this. They are kind of an overstuff. So they really push the inner bead out. And you will see coming up here in a moment that mounting these with the inserts that I have procured from the pegboards in the building is pretty easy. But it was, I have to keep an eye on these because they're different. They're 2.5 millimeter flat heads, but they use a 2 millimeter driver, not a 1.5. So I'm on board with that. But I have the quantity that came with the wheels and no more. So the insert is, and here's a I'm going to answer, it looks like snakeskin. I'm going to answer a rhetorical question for you. How do you remove carpet tape from a very soft, closed cell 8th scale buggy insert? You don't. It would absolutely destroy this insert if you were to try to remove this tape. This tape was formerly, I had custom hewn some inserts for 1/9 ruptures. By taking a Tim 10 inner, the famous Tim 10 inner of the canyon, like that. And then these fit pretty much perfectly, right over like that. But to fill out a rupture, it had another layer, it had a layer of fridge foam around the outside. They worked really well. So now they get to continue, they get to live on another life because these are, now, when you insert one of these into one of these, it is stuffed. The inside of the foam that would face the beadlock ring is full of creases. And as I said, I think it's because it's intended for something that goes fast. This is a 3-inch close cell and it fits perfectly. The only thing it doesn't do is fill out the very hard shoulder out here. The thickness of the rubber is thick. Probably 2.5 millimeters consistent all around. These mount in what I call the RC 4-wheel drive style, the older style. Big fluted beadlock ring. All of the beadlock is the face, which actually makes them easier to mount. in this particular instance. I can't tell you what this compound is. I don't believe D1RC makes any sort of claim. They'll probably just say it's like soft, high traction compound. You wanna nudge it. There's like a double lip on the tire itself, and you want to get the main beadlock ring on that inner lip, because this guy's a little feisty. This is woodworker clearances. We're fitting a 3-inch ring into a 3-inch opening. Like it went when it goes down in, but it has a double lip on the tire, so once it seats, it drops in, and then on the back you just get to walk this bead around, and they go together absolutely no problem. I had nothing approaching a slipped bead when putting any of them together, and I think that is because this is one of those occasions. It does not happen often, but it does happen. This is a tire, not an insert. The insert doesn't get to be part of this happy trio. This is a tire made specifically for this wheel, or this is a wheel made specifically for this tire. This is a chicken and an egg situation. What came first? We may never know. You could put 2 screws in these and they'd probably hold. And that's just how that goes together. But then you do magical wizardry and you put the other 8 screws in it, which makes it look something like that. We should have no problems with knuckle clearance. I wish I had one sitting on the bench. As a whole 1.9 fits in there. So if that'll clear your knuckles, this is going to clear your knuckles. I was linked to the vehicle off of which we believe these to come. If memory serves, it looks kind of like a Nissan Patrol. It's kind of an 8th scale operation. I'm thinking that this is like a Dubai flavor overpower sand drag type of thing, maybe. I'm not sure. If anybody has one that these come off of, let me know. What is it? Let me know what it is. So we've got a couple things to do. We need to throw them on the old jig, because we need to find out who these are going on. They look like they're about a class 2. Basically, 120 millimeters is kind of the soft cut. If you're above 120 millimeters, we're probably going to put you on Wolverine, the class 3 tester. But if you're under that, you go on baseline. And these are like 1/16, 4 9/16. So that is, give me somebody. Deep Woods? Yeah. There's a fat Deep Woods. Like, pretty fat. That's a good overhang on the rim. We're looking at, they just look, maybe it's a squared shoulder. They are 49. So 2 millimeters, most are going to be 47, 48. We're not talking crazy wider on these. But as mentioned, I do my due diligence, and I mount them, and then we go through the last one together. And I could not help myself. I had to find out. We call it here the Starsky, from the show of the 1970s, where whenever they were chasing somebody, they were invariably chasing someone in a parking garage, and every time a car would go around a corner, the tires would go. I have to say, I'm officially on record. I think that's the most Starsky tire we've ever heard, and I do not think, searching the databanks, I do not think that we have ever met a tire that's Starsky'd even a little and performed. So, Is it quick? Is it junk? Is it dumb? Well, we're going to treat it the way we... I just gotta look at it for the first... It's pretty dumb. It's pretty dumb. The wheels are extraordinarily well made. When I pulled them out of the package the first time, I thought, I wish that I was an actual machinist, because the center of this feels like it's about, well, see that recess? That's the thickness of the center disc. Somebody could mill these and make some sick one-of-a-kind wheels on for a vehicle. But these are the tires that fit it. And I have this suspicion. I'm trending towards giddy right now, because I feel like we're gonna see a really low score, like really low. I feel like right now, where we sit, having not gone outside, I well and still hilarious. That's the most stomper I think he's looked. There's another 80s reference. I think that we're gonna, oh man, these will have to shift a paradigm. We're gonna have to shatter a mold for these to do anything. I feel like that there are obstacles these won't be able to get up at all. It's wild. It's absolutely wild. I'm gonna get the gear. We're gonna go outside. Ladies and gentlemen, it is early in the morning. It is predator weather out there. Sub 50 degrees, probably between 50 and 60% humidity. I'll let you know after a short transition. Basically, what I'm telling you is that for this particular nonsensical, every time I look at him, I laugh a little. It is the best conceivable conditions for these tires. I want you to keep that in mind. Thank you for joining me out here on the desert biome, which we call Minecraft inspired, because once you pass that fence that you see there in the background, because it's just basically a flat dirt area filled with rocks, it's a desert. It's a desert. In the summer, you can feel the temperature. The green only exists around the edges, so you can feel the temperature jump up in the summer and drop in the winter. I know, yes, we're Californians. We are soft. We can't handle the cold. We can only handle the hot. It's 40 degrees, about 65% relative humidity. It is real chilly out here, but I don't think it's going to matter for the D1RC Black Widow. But you know what? I like to be proven wrong as much as I like to be proven right. Oh, come on. Come on. Come on. You can do it. Okay, that's already better. It's already better than I thought it would be. Could these be the ones that beat the Starsky? Get it? Come on. Okay, cut back. A little more. A little more. Nope. Oh. I don't think they're going to be. We might see more than our fair share of walking over to roll them over. Yet. It's not going to be the worst. Don't get me wrong. They're going to be down there. But as I said, I think these are designed for some sort of a go fast thing. Hey, that was pretty nice on the little spin around there. Tried hitting it with a little more speed. I mean, see that right there? Oh, none of this is promising. None of this is promising. We should be able to find the spot right here, right there. There's the notch. Yeah, there's just the tiniest little bit of like surge. For the most part, it's just kind of, it's a proper sit and spin. Yeah, he's not fully motionless, but that's got to be about 5 millimeters of movement. If nothing else, we can get, maybe we'll get a little feather in it, like take the edge off of it. Oh, moving a little. We're warming him up. It's a cold morning. You can hear the little change. It gets more of a. Now, I do think that you could do that for quite some time with little change in overall performance. So I'm watching what it can do. They still have a chance. They still have a chance to be so terrible that they give me the warm fuzzy feeling, because I make no apologies for loving when a tire is really this bad at the job, because no matter what the application of your tire is, when you give it a level of traction this low, there has been a failure at some fundamental level. Like, if we were to cut apart a bicycle tire and glue the strip to the outside of a wheel, I think that we could get better than what we're getting right here. It's like, how do you make rubber that behaves not like rubber? We've got a little bit of interference. Front axle housing is stuck on rock. That's why we don't even have the bobble now. We just got a little rear end swish going. So what we have to do is we have to look at the board and we have to say a 7.5 is the score at which it can do it, but it can't do it repeatably. I think this is a little better than a 7.5, but then at the same time, I kind of don't. 7.7? 7.7 feels fair. So is it possible to come back from a 7.7, starting on a forward drive at 7.7? The list of things that are impossible is pretty small. The list of things that are unlikely or improbable are quite large. If you divide by 2, and right now, we're asking the front tires to do all the work. They simply do not have enough traction to drag the rear end after them. This is the bypass. Okay, I can't even get on. Let's see. All right, okay, we're there. All right, center cut will count. Oh, there was, a little more. There was a split second there where I thought, maybe. Yeah, see what I'm saying? Don't consider, I mean, obviously, this tire cannot rock crawl. A few minutes has shown us that. And, there are plenty of tires that can do non-rock crawling stuff, but also rock crawl. So that is kind of the low bar. Here, that's the lowest bar that's set. If you are not a rock crawling tire, a drag slick can climb a rock and also drag race. So, right? If you can't rock crawl, you have to be able to do something else. Plus, if your compound is okay, you should be able to drive up a rock a little bit. So, we cannot make this at all. No matter what angle we use to get onto the obstacle, we can't make that side. We can make the other side reasonably. What's halfway between 5 and 8? 6.5? That's 6.5, right? 6.5. Yeah, 6.5. Daphne's line. 6.5. I feel like in the bestest, castest of scenarios, this is one of 3 opportunities out of 10 that this tire has an opportunity to show me a score above an 8. There's no grip. Like, it's so much sliding. I was gonna say, we're gonna make it through that and up the other side because they can't generate enough tractional force to flip the vehicle end over end. There's just not enough grip there. I had to kind of crab walk it across the side because the rear end was falling off. Like you can't even get it oriented side. That was not steering input. It just went that way. Yeah, side hill is all but guaranteed to be what this tire is best at. Unless it pulls an absolute magician smoke bomb move and gets better when it's wet. I doubt that to such a high degree. Whoa! Nah. All right. So no steering input. We're just letting it rock. Yeah, they are very low profile. And that's working out for them here. That solid, the super soft closed cell inner, it was working right there because it was helping that center grip across. The grip is very bad. We can't allow the performance of its CG to trick us right here. Repeatability, though. I go 7.7 again. We'll go 7.7 again. None of this matters. The only way this matters is we're morbidly curious about where it's going to land on the leaderboard. As the transition from the side hill to the beast is the second longest walk taken during the protocol, I had some time to think. And I was thinking, we're doing it again. It's going low, lower, low. I feel like beast is going to be lower. We're not on now a newfound quest to find another Dutch 200. So we have to be even meaner. Yeah, at that amount of speed, virtually any tire can make it. God, but that's the Black Widow right there. That's the Black Widow. I got a good upside down view there. Nope. There's not a hint of wear on those lugs. No feather at all. It must be far trickier than we imagine, because silicone is very soft, but it also doesn't have like a coefficient of friction. Like if you rub your finger across a silicone tube, you can feel some grab, but that doesn't work out here. A crawler tire has grip to it, but it's also pliable. These are pliable, but they have no grip. Yeah, at this level of throttle, that can't be made. So that's a 5 on one side. And I mean, with most any obstacle, we can just set cruise. I don't even have to concern myself with like where I set the controller. I'm not worried that anything is going to happen. Got that little bit of hop. We're at about, that's 55% throttle. Oh, there you go. It's not mechanical. That's wild. So, generally, when doing that bump maneuver, we're looking for like 30 to 50% throttle input to make the bump up to the top. That was full throttle. Pin it, grip it, and rip it. Still can't make it. It is, no matter how many of these I do, it is endlessly amazing that anyone could take the components of rubber and put them in a mold and produce a product that produces grip this low. I can't think of a situation where this tire would work at all. Too grippy to drift. I genuinely, as I said, if you have one or know what these are for, please let me know. I mean, really, the forward drive was a big indicator. As soon as I saw how bad it was on the side hill, you kind of knew. Their side leg is really good. Steering response is crazy. Looks like it looks like we switched to a different tire in transition right here. It's actually, like, look at this. That was sharp. Oh, almost had it. There we go. Now I'm genuinely, oh, show it to me. You crafty devil. This, guys, there it is. This is best case scenario for me. Like, this is pretty maneuverable. And why I say that is we have a real candidate for sure of biggest split. You have to make it over this though. little bit of side lug. There it is, there it is, there it is, there it is. Oh, there it is. Oh, yeah, I cannot discount. Yeah, we run big caster gain on him. But because there's no grip, it can hold it. Like it won't fall over. In a situation where another rig would get fully upset and just flop out, they don't flop out because they don't have enough grip to flop out. The amount of the jaggedness, there's enough grip in the surface to hold the tire in place. There's not enough grip in the tire to hold the rig in place. I'm going to give that halfway between a 7.5 and a 9. That's an 8.3. You got a 5 at the beast. It could not do either side, period. Got a 5. 8.3. That's a 3.3 point variability. There have been tires on here with 0 variability. They score the same on every obstacle. 3.3. That's fun. It's not good. Don't buy these under any circumstances, but it's fun. It's fun to know that tire has it in it. I feel like I can smell another 5 in the air though. Oh, okay. Got a little spicy. Oh, now I desperately want to see a 7.5 self-right score. Like I can do it, but I won't be able to repeat it every time. Grab it, cut it, grab it, cut it. Oh, hey, hey! Things are looking up. They're looking up to a very bad score. Okay, gonna try, shoot it again. Let's see if we see that left hand flop. Yeah, there it is. It's that divided traction. One end does not have the juice to pull the other end. That's solid on that side. That's better than a 7.5 on that side. I would go as high as, I'd even go, no. Let me see. You got to hit it. You know? Yeah, I would go, that's like upper 8s. That's like an 8.8 on that side. But it can't do the other side at all. So, okay. I gotta write it down. I gotta write it down right now. I think it's a score I've never given before. A 6.9. So it is still doing a Dutch 200. It's just not doing it with, well, I mean, I guess that is strikes and spares. Yeah, we're still Dutch 200ing, just not the way we usually do. Nice. Nice. More oblique. There you go. Yeah, just no grip. Dang it! Fall back, not. Ooh. Where are they on? Yeah. Oh, nope. Nope. Dang it. Okay. Bump actually comes after self-right on the board. This bump's pretty good. That's not bad. That's not bad. Yeah. Big donkey? It falls, when we over bump and it falls back pretty straight. I did not expect that. Hey, unintentional, move right into the self-right. Yep. Okay, all right, that was decent. What you're looking for in a self-right is you want minimal vehicle movement on any axes other than what would be just vertical. Like you just want it to, like a breakdancer move, just go from a windmill to standing up in one spot. The more travel we get on, what would that be? Z up, X and Y, Z axes up and down? I never remember. We want movement on the vertical axes and no movement on the horizontal axes. That was decent. That was solidly okay. Okay. But it might be a tire that prefers oh, he's just gonna be absolutely full of dirt. I'll tell you this, for the shape of the tire, okay, getting a little better, getting a little better. Also, we've cleared the terrain out a little bit. It's gonna break the Dutch 200 though. Yeah, he's accidentally gonna have recorded a double. Like he got back-to-back strikes if we're in a no-tap league, which is you only have to get 9 to get a strike. So he got no-tap strikes. Self-writing, I gotta be fair. That's about a 9. That's like a 9-0. And then bump, what did I say? I was thinking about 8-8. Still gonna be really bad, but I'm pretty sure it's gonna keep him out of the bottom 10. Now wet has every possibility to be another 5. So yes, what I wanna see is the opposite ends of the spectrum. I wanna see the truly great and the truly terrible. And sadly, this one is definitely more down on the truly terrible end. And I haven't been able to do the mental math, so maybe, oh, all right. Show me nothing, come on. Yeah. There's nothing wrong with the orientation of the lug. I don't think we gain anything from the size of the wheel because the compound doesn't have enough grip to use the, like this could have a massive sidewall on it, it wouldn't make any difference. I don't think the sidewall would have folded over and he would have fallen off the side hill anyway. Yeah, no grip to the point where, I don't know if the camera shows it fast enough, but when I do quick flips, lock to lock, I'm watching the amount that the front end pushes, where it's just sliding across the surface. Like, on some rock, when we were at Oblivion, there was more grip there. It was a weird amount of grip. It was a really weird amount of grip. That grip is gone here again. We're back to that same kind of amount of forward drive. But again, this is like an 8.3 transition. Let me see here. They don't really, this is loose over hard is the condition right now because the dirt has packed in pretty well. But we can still do that. We're in dig mode, and we can kind of. Oh yeah. 8.3 might be a little generous. It's pretty good at that maneuver right there, and that's about it. But it is repeatable. Yeah, it's an 8.3 because it's repeatable. It's repeatable and it's not like the least, it has tread, right? A slick would probably do worse on loose over hard, but at this point I just feel like I'm being generous for no reason. If I were to say that hitting the wet is make or break, oh, I didn't even notice. Look at the amount of rubber out there. That's all from this. I didn't notice. I genuinely didn't notice it before. That's a lot of rubber out there on slick rock. Oh, I love it. That's full boogie. That's cruise control at 100%. I want to see if we can get a little more rubber down. Oh, I can see it building up. Yeah. We're mushing the mash right here. Yeah, I can see. Oh, yeah. Right there. Rubbery. Just really getting that side lug involved. I thought it was, there was a, again. There was a split second. I was like, it's gonna make it. Okay. Oh. Okay, if the tire can't do it dry, I think that bodes about as badly as anything can. So, definitely looking at another potential 5-0. 2 5s. 2 5s and a 9, man. I forgot that I gave it a 9 for self-right, too. That means we're looking at 4-point differential. Down a little. There it is. I'm we're just taking care of itself. This is too much math. So, yeah, I'm still doing this. What I had usually done is I try to add the two numbers. Now I just take the differentials and I subtract those. That's a big number. 7.3, 4.8, 2.2, 6.7. Then we go 13.1. That is 7. And 6.7. 20.1, 26.8. Which gives us a 73.2. And up. So a 73.2, as I check the board here, nestles the D1RC Black Widow sort of comfortably in between the G-Made MT1901 and the 1.9-inch Chanmu at 73.5 and 73.1 respectively. Now, both the 1901 and the Chanmu are rock crawling tires. So, if there's a scathing indictment of companies making rock crawler tires, that would also drop the Chanmus out of 69th place on the board into 70th, sliding the even faker 1.9 Trepadors down, and those had a 72 even. Just above the Hellhounds. I was hoping that the Black Widow and the Hellhound could be together, but a 71.6 for the Hellhounds, just above the Super Bukirk. Yes, it is truly a category of awful down here, and I'm happy with a 73.2. It was surprisingly good at bump. We'll land that to the. God, they have to be 15-plus-year-old OFNA buggy foams just doing work today. 69th place, I believe, on the list. Dropping the Chanmus down, the D1RC Black Widow, which it doesn't matter if you're not a crawler tire. You can do better than this. There are fake tires that have done the 1.9-inch OGRC, they say on the sidewall road tire, are in 46th place. So, there you go. D1RC Black Widow. It is a tire in that it is round and that it displays many of the characteristics that satisfy the definition of a tire. But not only is it not good at rock crawling, in fact, it is almost as bad as any other tire has been at rock crawling, but I can't imagine that it would be very good at anything else either. These will be transferred on to the purchaser for him to do whatever he pleases with them. I'll be interested to find out where they what they end up doing in the future. It will be interesting to find out. He will also get my off the foams because I really don't have the desire to unmount those and take them out. Or do I? I don't know. Maybe I'll feel differently later. I don't feel differently now. The only thing I feel right now is like asking you to comment below, do all of the usual YouTube things that help feed the faceless, hungry beast that is the algorithm. But above all of that, ignore all of that stuff. And just in between now and when we meet again, please one and all, try to do your best. Have a good one, everybody. We'll see you again here from the canyon, and whatever tire we test, it basically does not matter what it is. It's going to be better than this one. So see, you can indeed make a silver lining out of a big bowl of dirt. Maybe.